Hey folks, BlackCross here. Welcome to another vlog video. There's actually a lot I want to go ahead and talk about in this video. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and get started with a few little updates, a few little major differences, as well as some improvements and some changes that may have to be done in the future. So first and foremost, I just want to go ahead and say right now that last night was one of the longest streams I think I've ever done. And in terms of like successful streams, I will say that technically this one, I mean, it was perfect. It was perfect. Not once did it disconnect on me at all, but I did have like one period of time where I was getting like a little bit of a lag drop, but then after that it eased up and it never done it again. So I'm gonna take a wild guess and say that whatever happened, it was like some form of a lag function due to the internet or whatever. But the point is that everything is fine, and honestly, I'm happy. But at the same time, I was like, holy shit. So, let me go ahead and talk about this real quickly. Last night I played through Shadow of Colossus for the PS4, which was beautiful. It was absolutely amazing. And it was fantastic. I couldn't get over how wonderful the game looks, and they done an excellent job. However, though, I'm going to say this right now, and this is going to be a major spoiler, so if you want to skip ahead, skip about maybe a minute or, no, skip about 5 minutes ahead. And that way you won't hear any spoilers, because this is something that I found out in the middle of my playthrough. So, it turns out that within this remake, there is an extra little collectible that can be found within the Shadow of Colossus game. So, if you don't know, in Shadow of Colossus, there are known as like 3 different collectible items. There is the lizard's tail, then there's the fruit, and basically the lizard's tail increases your stamina, and then the fruit increases your health. Then you got the time trial items. These item sets will allow you to do special things. For example, if you had the harpoon, you could throw it, or like a bow, but you actually throw the harpoon. You have a mask, you have a cloak that does different abilities, which allows you to take either less damage or have more stamina growth. You also get a special sword, which does more damage or something like that. You also have the ability to where you can change aggro's color from either brown or white, depending on which mode you're in, either from normal or hard. In this case, however, there are 3 difficult modes, however. There's easy, normal, and hard, so I don't know what the time trial mode for easy is going to be, or if normal and hard are even the same, so that's going to be interesting to look into. However, though, there is one extra item that I discovered within my live stream that I don't think no one else knows about. And I even looked into it, and no one knows what it does. In fact, no one even knows where all of it's at. And I say the phrase, all of it, because it turns out there are a total of 79 of them. People have been calling them gold coins. Some people call them enlightenment. I've been calling it life shards, because honestly, what else would you call them? You know, they're just fragmented, glowing little gold things. So it's like, I don't know what they are. No one does. In fact, the second people find them, they're like, what is this? You know, it's like, what is this? I have no idea. And apparently, according to some people, there are actually 79 of them. 79 of them. How the hell are you supposed to find 79 of them? As of right now, people are looking for these things, okay? And in terms of track record, unless it's changed by the time this gets uploaded, as of right now, people have found a total of 72 of them. That is impressive, considering the fact the game just came out yesterday, or Tuesday in this case, depending on when I upload this video. You know how I do things. But I was very intrigued. I was like, what is this thing? And it turns out, because at first, I found like 3 of them easily within the boss arena area. So I was thinking, okay, so maybe there are like 15 of these things, you know? It's like the secret little orb things, you know? Something special might happen. No, they're actually everywhere in certain parts of the world. And it's like, what happens? What do you do? What do you get? Is there some special event that happens? Do you unlock something? Is it like a alternate scene or something like that? No one knows. The only hint that we are given is that at the end credits, it says 79 to Enlightenment. And it's like, oh my gosh, there's a new secret. And the people who made the remake added this in. Or at least I think they added this in. Who knows? Maybe Team Ico was like, I've got a little secret project for you guys. Do you care to put this little secret in, just for little us? And they're like, well, what is it? And they said, just put it in. Everyone else will figure it out eventually. It's one of those things. So it's like, now it's so curious. I want to know what it is, but at the same time, that's 79 of them. That's a lot. And I know I said in the stream that I was going to play it next week to try to look for these things. But honestly, I don't know. Because, as awesome as that would be, you got all of those things, It's like, where are they? Where are they? We don't know. In fact, for all we know, we'll never know the answer because they could be anywhere. Anywhere. They could be anywhere within the main world. They could be anywhere in the boss areas. It's just, oh my gosh. Unless someone has a complete guide as to where the majority of them are at, which I say they do, it's going to be nearly impossible to discover all of them. So it's going to be like, oh my gosh, this is insane. So, if I do pick up Shadow of the Colossus next week, which I probably will, we'll probably do a time trial on the hard mode version, or we may play through some of the reminiscence versions in hard mode. Basically, I may do like semi-completion-esque type thing, if you want me to. If you want me to play through Shadow of the Colossus next week, and do some completion-esque type thing, or even do the time trial stuff, I'm cool with that, because technically I've never done that before in the originals. Yeah, I've never platinumed the PlayStation 3 version of Shadow of the Colossus. Neither did I with Ico, but that's aside the point. The point is I hadn't platinumed it because of that stupid little time trial thing. So, I'm actually willing to try the PlayStation 4 version of the time trials. I might end up getting frustrated at the end, but at the same time, if you want me to, I might actually attempt it. Keyword attempt, okay? Because in that game alone, I know of like 2 bosses. One of them I never done, and the other one that I successfully did, but he still was a pain. That being Colossus number 3 and Colossus number 15. Yes, those 2 Colossus. Oh god, those things are nerve-wracking. But let me know in the comments below if you want me to play through the time trials of Shadow of the Colossus. Or if you want me to, maybe we could do a live stream and look for all of these little enlightenments, or as I like to call them, light shards, and see where they're all located at. Because like I said, a total of 72 is found. Maybe by the time next week comes up, maybe all 79 of them has been found. I'm going to try not to find out what it does. I want to find out for myself, but at the same time, looking for all 79 of them, it's going to be extremely nerve-wracking. It's like, that's a lot. So, that either that's going to be fun, or that's going to be annoying as hell. One or the two. But the point is, I'm excited for whenever next week comes. It's like, depending on what we do, we may do it. Who knows? At any rate, though, the other thing I wanted to go ahead and say is that, obviously, I am going to be playing through Final Fantasy Dissidia NT tonight, which by the time you watch this video, it'll be, it'll be last night. But I am going to try doing it every Wednesday instead. I did have plans to do it every Tuesday, but I'm now going to do it every Wednesday night, and we're going to do it for 3 hours. So if you ever want to come fight me or whatever you want to do, you're more than welcome to it. I haven't really decided if I wanted to set up something. I'm just looking for people to fight. That's all I'm doing. Because if I just go ahead and set up my own, I may not get to fight anyone, because everyone else I know is right now playing through Monster Hunter World. So I don't see myself getting many people on board fighting with me in Dissidia NT, but I am going to be looking for fights to level out my characters and stuff like that, because I just love that game. That's a good game. Even though there is no story mode or anything like that, there is no like major campaign, it is still a fun game to play regardless. But then of course there leaves Final Fantasy II, that I have been playing through right now. So I wanted to go ahead and talk about that. There may be a change in terms of like how often I will be streaming throughout the week. And I say a slight change because there are 3 main key elements that are getting in the way of me being able to continuously stream Final Fantasy II every night before I go into work. Number 1, I have to edit videos for the Kingdom Hearts Let's Play that me and Delmar do. In other words, I've been trying to get those videos edited to where I can release them schedulely normally on Saturdays and Sundays. Or at least try to. Sometimes it doesn't work that way, but I do try to regardless. So, unless my computer, which I haven't really tried, I have not attempted to record while getting a video complete or anything like that. I've never tried that. I mean, I say I could, but I'd be afraid that would interfere with something. So it's like, if I do, well, we'll see what happens. So it's one of those, like, I may go ahead and edit, but if I do, I'd be afraid of what that will do to the video. It's one of those things, like, one of those spectacle things, like, I mean, technically I could, but it's one of those things. It's one of those things, like, the computer is finicky, and if you're not careful with it, sometimes it can overload itself and just not work all of a sudden. It's one of those things. So I'm going to be careful on that one. I'm going to keep an eye on stuff as I do this type of things and everything like that. But my main ideal is to try to combine editing with my recording and everything like that. I'm going to try to do all those stuff. Aside from that, though, I'm also trying to record some things for a future project that I'm currently working on. And I'm not going to give it away what it is. You'll just have to wait until I get it done. Woo! But my main goal is to try to get all the video recorded that I need for this special video that I'm working on by hopefully the end of March. I'm hoping to get that done by the end of March. So, who knows? I'm really hoping that I get a head start on recording when I get a chance to, but who knows really? I have no clue at the time right now. But the third thing is that in Final Fantasy II's case, there is a lot of grinding that needs to be done. Now, while on the one hand, I'm good right now in terms of grinding aspects, but I'm not going to deny whenever I say the phrase that I kind of need to grind some more. So it's one of those, like, I need to grind more into my characters to where they can handle things a little bit better. You know, every so often I will grind to where they'll be strong enough to where I can proceed forward into the game, because it takes a lot, and I mean a lot, to get these guys up. There is no level up type system. It's just, you either lose a lot of health, you get more HP later on. You waste a lot of MP, you get more MP later on. You use a lot of magic, your magic will grow. You use your weapons a lot, your weapon specialist will grow. You get what I'm saying? It's a growing process, but it's a very long and tedious process. Those things kind of get in the way of my recording aspects, but I'm hoping that by the time that I do get some of the stuff in the way, hopefully it'll get easier as I go along. And especially since I'm not even sure how far we are in terms of Final Fantasy II's case. But remember, we will be playing through Final Fantasy III when we get done with 2. And that's where things are going to get interesting, because I will be recording Final Fantasy III from my PC. I've got it downloaded on Steam right now. And I've done a test, and I'm able to actually record game footage from my computer thanks to the OBS. So it's like, okay, this is interesting. I like this. I like the system a lot. So it's a matter of like, okay, well, let's see what happens whenever the time comes, you know? And from what I know and from what me and TJ discussed, it should be powerful enough to where it can take both the OBS and the game, and then I can still record the game while playing the game. So hopefully everything will be alright in that notion. But on another subject at hand, some of you probably noticed on my Facebook and Twitter that I posted, which was a picture of the Shadow of Colossus game, which is on top of what looks like a mattress in a box. Basically, that is the memory foam mattress pad that you could put on your mattress. Now, allow me to give you some detail. The mattress that I've got right now, and I still have the mattress. I don't have the foam that I had previously, but I have the mattress. That mattress had been with me for, want to say, at least 15 years? At least 15 years. And normally people say you change out mattress every 10 years. I think that's what people say. I don't know, but I just decided, well, my mother told me that the memory foam mattress pad was like one of the best things that she ever invested in. And so I was like, well, I guess I need to get me one then eventually too. But they're like over $100 practically, so it's like, ugh. So I decided to wait until my tax returns came in and everything like that, and they came in, and I was like, well, now's the time to pick it up. And I picked it up, got it put on my bed and everything like that, and I tried it yesterday, and oh my gosh, it felt so good. Oh my gosh, that felt so good. I don't think I've slept that hard in who knows how long. And keep in mind, I've only slept for like 5 hours, and I felt refreshed after that. So, this is actually looking good. So, that takes care of one thing. So, in other words, the next things I gotta do is to get a washer and dryer, which me and Daniel will eventually get one. I don't know when. I think me and Delmar decided on getting one probably next week. I want to say next week we will plan on getting a washer and dryer, but I'm not sure when. But then the next thing I gotta do is try to schedule up an appointment to where I can get my teeth checked and to where I can get that done. I need to get that done. The sooner I can get that done, the better. But also, too, I do want to let you know on a future note. When I go to the dentist and he looks at my teeth, depending on what happens after that, depends on what happens within that following week. Now, I'm not going to say he's going to do anything within that 1 week visit. No, if nothing else, he's going to schedule it probably within the next month or so, depending on how busy he is. If he ain't that busy, he may want to do it within the next 2 or 3 weeks. If he is that busy, it'll probably be within the next month or two. But depending on how things go, I probably won't be live streaming that week whenever he does go into my teeth and get those things fixed or removed. I say it would be better if he just removed them because there's nothing there. There's literally, all that's left is just a little grind up half and then a wall that's just barely holding itself. It's like this, okay? Imagine that being the teeth. It's like that's all that's left. It's not even a whole tooth. It's just a half a tooth. Actually, I wouldn't even go as far as to say it's a half a tooth. It's almost oh well. The point is, it needs done. I gotta get it done. This is my first official dentist visit, so yeah, that's gonna be fun. He's gonna look at it and be like, "What the frick is wrong with you?" It's like, I've never been to a dentist before. But hopefully it won't be too bad. Hopefully it won't be. I'm hoping the best case scenario is that he'll actually go in there and he'll just pull them out. That's all I want. The teeth that needs to be pulled need to be pulled. They're not going to be filled in. In fact, I don't think you can fill them in. I think they just need to be pulled out. And that's it. So, that's going to be fun. I'm not looking forward to that, but at the same time I am because of the aftermath. At least this way I'll be feeling a little bit better. So, who knows. At any rate, though, thank you so much for watching, and I will hopefully see you in the next video, the next stream, and everything like that. Let me know in the comments below what you think. In terms of Shadow of Colossus, what do you want me to do next week? If you want me to play through Shadow of Colossus even further, do you want to see a time trial live stream? Do you want to continue collecting those, I guess, enlightenment pieces? Let me know in the comments below on that one, and then let me know what you thought of everything else that I'm doing thus far. So, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. This is BlackCross signing off. Take care, guys.